Hi, I'm Patrol Captain Andy Youngquist with the Anoka Police Department. I'm here to just kind of speak about the Police Exploring program and what that is. It's very involved. It's a national-wide program through the Boy Scouts of America. And a lot of people might not understand what exploring is, but it actually is a way for youth to get involved in many different careers, from engineering to medical, firefighting, and in our case, policing. And the Police Explorers have been around for many decades now. I'm actually a product of the Anoka Police Department Exploring program. Probably prior to that, if you had looked at what direction I was going, you probably wouldn't have said that I was going to be a police officer. I would say out of all our Police Explorers, about, I would say 20%, so only 2 out of 10 go into policing. The other 8 are going into other career tracks that they found better suited for them. And we applaud that. It's again, just a good youth activity to be involved in. There's a lot to gain in regards to being a police explorer, not only finding out if it's a career track that you want to take, but there's also those skills that are going to complement you into whatever career that you follow. So the Police Exploring is for youth between the ages of 14 and 20. And they actually get uniforms issued to them. They're actually light blue, and it means they're non-sworn. And they can participate here at the police department or other police departments. Ramsey has a police exploring program, Coon Rapids. And again, this is kind of a statewide program through many different law enforcement agencies. The police explorers train on a weekly schedule, and they train in many different events. And some of these things are disciplines of our profession, like traffic stops or domestic response, even up to a bomb scene response and how police officers might respond to that. And they're all scenario-based training. There's some lecture, classroom to teach them the fundamentals, and then we actually roll that into scenario-based training. So when they have their state conference, right now it's held in Rochester, Minnesota, every April, and all the explorers and advisors go to this competition, and it involves usually upwards of 500 to 600 explorers. And they compete in teams in those different disciplines I had mentioned. The scholarships are awarded to these youth for the purpose of college. If it's their generals, whatever it might be, they submit their receipts, they can get awarded scholarships for those credits or books or whatever expenses might be.
So my name is Officer Austin Orn. I'm currently the lead advisor for the Anoka Police Department Explorer Post. Today out here we have some of our explorers practicing what's commonly referred to as a traffic stop. It's one of the many things that our explorers are trained in and that they practice in to compete in at Rochester. So here you'll see 2 of our explorers go through the motions of a traffic stop, approach the vehicle safely, make contact with the driver as they're doing now, obtain the general information that we normally get, such as a driver's license, proof of insurance, as well as having a conversation with the driver while they're up there. Once they obtain that information, they'll return back to their squad car and run that information just as I would as an officer out on the street. And then based on that information, make a decision of whether that person has a warrant or it's an arrestable situation, whether it's a citation or something more common such as a verbal warning for a traffic violation or infraction. So all these scenarios are done in a safe and controlled environment. All of our advisors are trained on kind of how to perform these scenarios or implement them. So they're all very safe and controlled. There's no real threats or anything, but all of these scenarios are designed to mimic a real world or what could happen in a real world traffic stop or one of the other scenarios that the explorers are trained in.
I've always kind of added up police exploring into an early way to find out if this certain type of career is good for you. And it really is a way to avoid going down an educational path or college and spending that money in regards to, you might think that law enforcement's your calling, but the police exploring really gives you an idea if it is, if it interests you or if you have the skills, the abilities, the character traits to get into law enforcement.